Hey champions, this is Asad, and here is another gameplay video that I got for you. This is a match between me and Ian. He's playing as Rayne, I'm playing as Long. This was an opportunity for me to kind of explore a new type of Long deck that I've been tinkering around with for a while, but never took seriously until our latest constructed tournament at Forbes, where this Rayne deck came in and decimated everyone, and then it actually lost to my Long deck. And at that time, I didn't really plan for the Long deck to be very strong. It was more of a joke deck for a 2v2 game. So the fact that I was able to beat this Rayne deck, I started seeing more and more potential out of the deck. So I'm going to apologize right off the beginning for the blurriness that's on the right side of the screen. I'm still getting used to this new hardware, so I don't have all the kinks worked out. It'll take a little bit of time, but I assure you eventually we'll get there. We'll get those videos being really strong. So, Rayne coming in and a Living Shadows right away and doing the base 3 attack. It's always a great start for Rayne, but it puts a lot of pressure on both champions. If Rayne can't follow up on a move like that, it's a huge amount of risk, because now she's put in the middle of the thrall of the entire combat. So, if you're playing Rayne and you're trying to do a move like this, it's very, very risky. I don't normally recommend it, but if you can follow it up and keep a lot of pressure on your opponent, you can definitely do a lot with it. So this Giant Scorpion's pure purpose was for this, to weed out that cognitive restrictions. If you didn't see my opening hand, I had a Burrock in my opening hand, and that kind of getting out the cognitive restriction early on can really allow me to keep the pressure on Rayne. Burrock's much better opening right now than Giant Scorpion was, because Burrock can allow me to hit right away. With it cured, it also becomes a really, really beefy creature that can stay around for a very long time, and I can get a lot of bang for my buck with Burrock. So that's what I'm doing right here. I'm curing Burrock right away. It's at 7 health, so that's outside of range of almost every single thing, and it being able to attack for the 4 right now just means that I'm already getting my investment out of a Burrock. And that's the one thing you need to think a lot when you're playing as a summoner. How are you getting the most bang for your buck? How are you getting your investment out for these creatures? Because they are slow. You don't play them and get the value out right away. You actually play them, and then you need to invest into them. You need to keep them alive for a little while. So this long pause right now is Rayne trying to figure out what she does, trying to get out of this situation. The fact that I already have her on the ropes with a Burrock, that's just one summon down, is definitely a really, really good position for me to be in. If she instantly looked at this and was like, oh, I have a solution, and then came in with the Demon's Rage and yada, 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 and killed out the Burrock, that would have been really bad, because then I know I didn't get a lot out from my investment into the Burrock. But the fact that Rayne's hesitating here means that she probably doesn't have a really, really strong play. So coming in from the side, I know that she's getting a little bit more distance from the entire situation. If she stayed where she was, she wouldn't be able to use a smoke bomb really well. Where she is now, she definitely has the opportunity to seize the opportunity of using a smoke bomb. Going with the Honey Hound first, it was just biding time, making sure I get to be able to do that attack. So now I've got Rayne down to 12. It's already the second round. I already have a huge value gained from just playing this single Burrock. Honestly, if I were to redo this, I should have probably gone with Long first and cured the Burrock, and then have the Burrock come and attack. But this works in my favor, because if I had cured the Burrock and had it attack, then I wouldn't get Long's turn, where I am now squared off against Rayne. So being able to rotate in with the Long, and then dropping a Giant Scorpion here, instead of trying to put a lot of pressure with my champion to harm Long, What I'm going to do here is create a little bit of army, have a little bit more support, and invest a lot more into these creatures. So I cure the giant scorpion here instead of attacking long for 2, because my giant scorpion having 2 extra health is a lot more value add for that 14 aura I just spent, compared to bringing Rayne's HP down by 2. If my giant scorpion can get 2 attacks off, for Long, who has very limited amount of aura, I want to make sure every creature matters. I'm just not wasting them on one-off attacks. I want to make sure that in every situation, my creatures are able to hit 2, 3, 4 times before being knocked out. Even something that's on the relatively cheap end, like Giant Scorpion, you want to invest as much as you can. So the Rampage toss to the Vampire Kiss, as long you always want some sort of counter. You want to be able to deal with things as in your own way. Rampage tosses are also great for another reason. Since the Long is curing a lot of his summons, they have that extra 2 health buffer space, where if they are in a bad situation, you can Rampage toss them out of those situations. So a lot of times I'm using Rampage toss a lot more for the defensive compared to an offensive, and using them to save my summons compared to anything. So tossing Rayne in the way of Burrock allows for Burrock to get that extra damage in, because Chrono Walker wasn't able to kill it. That's where that 1 cure early on actually really got me a lot of value. So Giant Scorpion coming in for the 3, Long coming in for 2, Hunting Hound coming in for 2, and that's game. This was a super short game, but it really kind of shows a lot of the strong values that Long has. That's it for this game. For more gameplay videos and potential future live streams, click subscribe and hit that notification bell. I want to give a special shout out to all our patrons, all of our champions, and our subscribers for helping make this possible. Thank you so much.